on, and this is your course curriculum about the SAP Financial Services, where we understand financial services in case of collection as well as disbursement. Particularly, collections is something like, for example, we are receiving like amount in banking and all for like, for example, FDs and all, and disbursement is related to your loans and all sort of. So this is what the SAP Financial Services will talk about. So when we understand the course description here in overall, what about the CD here? Is nothing but a specialized SAP module which is designed for the insurance and financial services industry to efficiently manage the premium collection and claims, disbursements, customer payments, refunds, and financial settlements. These are all the part of just receiving and particularly disbursement. The two things are there. We talk about receiving part. When we talk on banking industry, it is a different type of thing. When we talk about insurance, special industry, there are types of insurance organization which we understand. What are the types of insurance organization? Here it is not mentioned, but I will just explore you more on that. Insurance organization are large. First is your life insurance, which is having a very large demand in market. And second category is coming under your general insurance. So under the general insurance, which are not called as a life insurance, is called a non-life insurance. Okay, where life is concerned about the human, that is life insurance, and non-life is your general insurance. So this is general insurance. Then we call about additional things, we extension on that. That is, various type of insurance which are coming under the part of a general insurance, like property insurance are there. Then fire insurance is there. Many type of agriculture insurance. Various types of insurances are available as per the insurance industry is concerned. So it is actually a large subject. When we talk on IRDA, it's a Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. It is now IRDAI, Insurance Development Authority of India. Particularly talks about mostly the controlling regulatory development of all the insurance. The all insurance and financial, particularly insurance industry, is controlled by IRDAI. Nothing else. They are the particular people who will follow all sort of things in that same thing. So that is the reason actually we are going ahead on this, that base level subject of IRDI. Okay, now talking about further on further things, when we talk about this, all these thing concepts, about efficiently manage premium collection, claims disbursement, customer payments, these are all things which are being directed by IRDI only. So it enables here organization to automate high volume payment processing, dunning installment plans, account reconciliations, and financial contract. Now I am talking here very, since you want to go in meeting also, so I can be very fast actually in talking on all the aspects also. Since you understand the IRDA in case of your insurance industry. When we talk on particularly this other financial, like banking part here, the banking financial is controlled by your RBI, Reserve Bank of India, as you know very well. Okay, so this is what we talk. And now financial services industry, which will talk not only on banking part, insurance industry is the major thing. And apart from insurance industry, there are some of the more things which are coming up actually in the financial services segment. Those industries which are dealing with the, receipt as well as payment part here in relate to finance are coming into financial service industry. So that can be your short actually, we can cooperative societies, cooperative banks also. All these are coming under your financial services also. Majorly there will be franchises, DSAs also, which are coming under your financial services also. So these people who are processing the loans and all sort of things. Now, apart from this thing, what is the major concept of actually insurance industry is like, they are managing the premium. They are collecting the premium importantly here. So what is the role of premium here? Premium is the part of actually a payment for the sum assured what we are supposed to, sum assured is supposed to be given to the person. Now, what do you want to understand about the sum assured? Then again, the concept of insurance here. SA is related mostly here about the person who is having given a life insurance here. So that is called life assurance for that particular one person which has been actually coming under the insurance. So that is called a sum assured. So under the sum assured, for example, if a sum assured is 10 lakh rupees for that. So there is some calculation proportion is there in regard to your premium part. So a portion of a particularly sum assured is been taken in advance actually from the particular policy holder, and it is to be fixed on the tenor basis. maybe for the 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt, Abhi.
coming.
You are explaining more on the policy side, but
Right, right.
we don't want the
Okay,
policy side.
okay.
We want, suppose we don't have
Yeah.
policies, okay?
Correct, correct.
We have a different system, but we need to set up the FSCD. So
Okay, no.
it's
Right,
better,
right.
if really appreciate if you start with
Yeah, yeah,
FSCD
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
instead
no
of
problem.
going to the
Yeah,
policies. Okay.
okay, okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Thank you.
So this
Yeah.
is what about here then there is something you skill gain is about FSCD and configuration and customization. Like we have to settle particularly set the accounts actually of first of all we have to start with the organization and all in the SAP FS-CD actually. I will share you actually the small overview notes also about this, that how we are setting out the configuration and customization also about that, about the collection, disbursement management and contract account management also. Then about the payment process clearing. These are the all the particularly part of our units. So we will be doing this. Okay. And this course will also particularly have the content about enabling the students to configure and manage, SAP FS-CD business process for the insurance financial services already mentioned here. So process which will coming incoming as well as outgoing payment is concerned here. Okay. So this is all what about the collection disbursement efficiently. And then we will also manage the contracts. There are certain contracts at every level. We have to sign out the contracts for the account and business partners and payment. There is actually formats are some different about the contracts level. So it's the agreement between all the two parties and all. So then there is something we called as a Dunning procedure, configuration of Dunning procedure, installment plan, payment clearing process and all. This all we have to make a setup there in our SAP, and then perform the financial postings. Then there is account reconciliation and bank statement processing. Account reconciliation will always relate to actually the mismatch of the entries and all about that. And the performing financial posting, we have to post the financial updation, whatever we are doing here. Now here we talk about the specializing courses, works on hands-on projects and assessments as well as on credit-based, particularly in certifications and all. Those syllabus will go in this way. We will have the overview of SAP FS-CD and financial services, architecture, navigation, business process in insurance and banking. Then we have to perform actually on master data. We have to create the master data for BP configuration. Business partner, same like a business partner, which is already available in your SAP sales and distribution module also, and also. Then contract account management is there, organization structure is there. So we have to develop actually the hierarchical things here about this. Then there is a contract accounting. We understand actually when we talk on contract account creation, then account determination is here, then the posting areas as well as document types, what we have to maintain in contract accounting. Then the payment processing also we have to set up here. Particularly incoming payments we have to measure here as well as outgoing payments also we have to monitor. So the payment lots as well as payment runs. So how much things which are going, incoming, outgoing, what accounting, all things we have to maintain here as far as things are concerned. Then the payment clearing part is also there, which is called as an automatic clearing part. Like for example, some check has been deposited and it is went to the clearing outstation and all. So that is what actually automatic clearing system, where we are able to actually understand what is the incoming which I have received on these things. Manual clearing is a part where we have to do physically work. And then after your residual as well as partial payment is concerned, again execution of payment is here. Wherever we required actually we have to do the payments part. And this I'm talking about your collection management here. There is actually systematic dunning procedure. Collection strategies are used to actually collect the payments. Payment reminders are there. All these things are coming under your performance of work here. Then disbursements is certain refund processing, the cancellation of policies, what we understand, or like for example, claim payment processing is there on actual things. And so that at the time we are disbursing the amount here. In case of bank, it is actually about the loan part. Then. So vendor and customer payments, again, this is our internal part of vendors and where we are concerned mostly with our vendors who are suppliers for us. So this is what regarding the vendors and customer payments. Then we talk on installment plans. Yes, there is installment plan. There is systematic various different type of policies which we understand. And the installment plan is also created accordingly for the, as per talking about your installment plans here. So when systematic actually the plans are there, maybe quarterly or half yearly or like that. This explanation of the concept. Then we talk on restructuring outstanding balances here. Particularly, there are certain things which are going actually the recovery of the payment balance which is available with it. The premium has been pending, not paid for some time, and all that's a reminder, and that is collection issues on that. So then payment scheduling part is here. Certain things that we are having the idea on particular schedule the payments on this type, on this date, and this frequency of the payment, like what monthly basis, weekly basis, half yearly, like that. The returns and exception handling, certainly we talk on the returns payment, which what particularly the payments are getting bounced on all on the criteria also. And when you talk about the error handling, again there is a system problems also may occur at the time where you record about the error handling part. Reprocessing transaction is nothing but it is the attempt for the secondary level loans. So this is what about talking about your module 9 will speak on this, and then module 10 will talk on financial integration. You have to integrate with SAP FI Financial. Then general ledger, GL posting, and bank statement processing. So this is what we have to do on your module 10 number. So your students will get develop actually on the custom, configure the customized SAP FS-CD to meet the business requirement, manage the contract accounts and business partner master data. Mostly process the collection, disbursement, payment transaction efficiently. Then they will perform the clearing also, reconciliation, financial posting parts, configuring the dunning procedure and installment payment plans also. Here we understand like handle the claims, payments, refunds, and customer account settlements. So while using this SAP tool, as it's a very faster tool, and we can. So the tools cover will be SAP S4HANA and SAP FS-CD financial services as well as collection disbursement. Part of SAP FI financial accounting here and SAP business partner BP. Then your SAP Hero Launchpad as well as SAP UI. These were the actually tools which are being collaboratively in the course itself. So here we after that we'll run through actually the live project like insurance premium collection system, claim payment processing, customer contracts, account management, and all. Incoming outgoing payment processing, then payment clearing and reconciliation, then dunning and collection management, and installment payments, installment plans configuration here. There will be some of the hands-on project for 4 hours. We will also conduct 50 question and assessments also. If they want more assessment also, we can provide more assessment. As of now, it's a 50 question assessment. They can earn the credit-based certificate here. So this is what about talking about your our course design actually in the way what we are trying to provide you the training on this front of SAP FS-CD.
Yeah. Thanks, Abhi. Thank you for your curriculum. It's really appreciate if you can give very high level now, like how the data will flow from FSCD to FSGL. What is the process generally? That could be understandable more before we go with this curriculum.
Can you repeat once again, please?
Can you please go? Can you
Okay,
please?
whatever is available with me, I will share you since there is a very short of time actually. Since all these things need to be very clearly mentioned, all sort of thing expectations and all from the course design. Actually, so some of the things like they would have mentioned on this front, so it would have clearly actually understood and will be actually in the PPT base also we would have circulated that thing in front of you. Anyway, I'm just trying to share you whatever is available with me. Just give it time, 2 minutes time.
Yeah, yeah. Hello.
Can you see now the screen, or I'm sharing the here? Was trying to. Are you able? Just once I will reshare it again. Please confirm me when you can see the screen here.
No, still it is not.
Are you able to see, sir?
Yes, we are able to see.
So this is just some of the overview I had tried to actually bring out actually the stepwise learning path for FSCD. When we are understanding on
Mm-hmm.
the financial actually service domain, and like for example, insurance, banking, premium claims and all, this is actually the foundation part here. Then you talk on the basics part here, going for the SAP Logan and Fury part here. And same with the organization structure and similarly with the other functions also. So, what your expectations were there like?
No,
Furtherly,
just mhm.
yeah, yeah. So in
Go
this
ahead,
way,
sir. Go.
actually, we will create the actions here for particularly, on this part about the every organization structure from going from the SPRO and basics and OX 15 creation of company code and all. So likewise, business partner configuration. Then thereafter, contract account management, contract account postings will be there. Then payment clearing. So these are the actually the transaction codes which will support us particularly for the further things. And then after about the payment clearing, then dunning procedures and all, disbursements, refunds and all. And talk about the returns exceptions handling, then financial integrations, reporting reconciliation here. So since we move ahead, particularly when to understand on the insurance company, reinsurance factors and all. So this is what the actually it will explain about the details on the reinsurance, what is the reinsurance activity and all. Banking and NBFC, what are the things and utilities, telecom and financial institutions. So this will explain more on the concept of actually the industry overall. And this is actually the architecture which we understand about the contract accounts and all core account object equivalent to subledger as well as customers, the business partner, then thereafter document and posting area, then payment program automates outgoing payments as well as collection, then dunning engines, then integration layer with the connects with FSCD with the FSA, FI, SAP insurance with the S4HANA here. So we can use like transaction code, FSCM financial supply chain management for the access point. Then again this for the contract account and account balancing display. Then SPRO will start with SPA, customizing and for FSCD configuration. So this way actually we will try to actually bring out particularly further things for the data dictionary, table maintenance and all. Some of the few questions like interview questions and all which will always be there. Like what is FSA, FCD in the which industry use it, particularly high collection disbursement financial
Uh,
service.
sorry, Abhay, to disturb. We don't this. I'm just asking. Can you give some small brief that how data will receive from collection system and what are the steps in the backend and how the data will flow to the GL. So
Uh, Acha, acha.
that's what I my request.
Okay.
Not with this document. Just I want to see. Suppose you will receive the data. How you will receive data? What are the interface or any? What is the process generally it does? Not completely like a verbally, like a technical. What are the backend? Which how it will work in the process? If you can explain, that's well and good.
Actually, talking about the ABAP part, then that is not my area. Actually, when you talk about the technical side of the ABAP, yeah, when we talk, yes, but
No,
in talking
it's not.
about
It's not about technical things. In the backend, how it will work, like the data, how we receive, where it
uh,
store, and how it flow, step by step. If you can give me that
ac-
level as a functional area only, but if you give me a
okay.
detail, so that could be help.
Like for example, see, there are certain units we are creating, right? There is a customer master data we are creating one. Okay. Then on another side, we are having our own organization unit, which is called like an insurance company, what we understand like. Okay, that's a client majorly. Now here, what will happen actually? The customer makes a payment here. So when they will make the payment, the payment is made either by three levels of things like usually into the cash deposit system or it is into the check systems are nowadays actually gone or UPI and all this thing function will come. So when receiving payment part is click here, we will be understanding actually if he is an existing customer. When talk about the existing customer is already actually giving a renewal premium and all. So it will come under the accounts, particularly in the receiving payment part here. So here we can understand like receiving payment here. File will be actually created with the customer accounts here, and it will go to the accounts. Here the reference will be put of the customer here. So all the payment collection we are collecting in 3 phases. Like for example, there is one-time payment is there, premium we called, that will be in separate account. There is actually regular basis payment is there. That will come on the second account. When under this regular payment also, there will be actually 3 criteria of the payment. How the criteria will come actually? Like for example, quarterly payment will deposit to the quarterly payments account only. Half yearly will get deposit on half yearly, and yearly basis payment is one particularly they will deposit yearly, and monthly basis payment is there like an EMI system also they will come into the monthly basis. So this way the categorization of 4 5 different types of premium accounts need to be created actually when we talk on particularly the collection of the payment is concerned. So these all deposition which will happen according to the frequency of the things. And there is usually when the pop-up will actually payment is done at the time the pop-up will come to the account department itself that the payment has been getting received. So they can actually easily assess that what type of payment is there. Particularly if they will understand like it is a quarterly payment or it is a, then they will come to the actually the reference part of the policy. So the policy part is also referred into actually while posting the payment here. When they are receiving the payment at that time, they are making the entry of the policy numbers also of the customers. Now it is a one-time premium and all. This will come under your account incoming part here. Then they will actually create actually the ledger here, particularly on the receivable of the payment. So there is one thing which we understand, like there are two things which is going on. First is inward and second is like an outward thing. Outward is separate and inward is separate. So in this way, we will be making receiving part of the payment here. Then we will receive the payment. That is a collection we will do here. Then there is, if required, actually the payment which is to be executed, like for vendor and all, that is something which will come in the outward part. Now, when we talk on the receivable of the payment cycle, this cycle will come and the collection of the day. We'll understand, like, date of 21st is there. So collection is this and this happened. So this all particularly things and the sequential of the policies numbers will be also refer. And then there is not only this part, there is actually the location allocation of particularly state-wise or unit-wise, national-wise also. All configuration has been done, like, for example, state-wise is Andhra Pradesh is there. So many districts are coming under that and which district. So there is numerical things what we will be actually allocated for the particularly this area region also. And then area region is there, so it is easy to identify actually when the receivable of the payment is concerned on this part. So that is what actually talk about more about the receivable of the payment. Then we talk on particularly this payment which we will be particularly going to our accounts and all. Then there is actually they have to share, send this all account particularly to the bank account, current account of the organization. So when they will mention the current account itself, again, there is actually the criteria that they will create again the 5 types of account here into the bank also, particularly. So again, the quarterly bank, half yearly and all this type of accounts will also they have to create there. So there is not only one bulk collection will be happen with the bank. Then they will intimate on the banking also when they want to execute the actually particularly NEFT or a transfer actually for the disbursement of the payment. Whether it is a return payment or whether it is particularly talking about your policy claims payment, or whether it is accidental payment, whether it is hospitalization payment, any sort of payment is there, or it is the returning of money. Particularly, it is like a cancellation of policy and all. So that will also come particularly when they will assign. So particularly in this way, actually the things will happen. Here we can understand, like, they will post to the general ledger here and which will get into automatic here. So when they will receive the payment, it will automatically reflect into a general ledger, the type of amount. Only thing is that they have a separation of ledger, this thing. So that is what we understand actually. They will have the remark on the ledger part here. So in this case of exceptional things are there, unmatched payments and all, then they have to actually go for the manual processing for the same thing. They will actually trigger the issues here. So this is what about the incoming payments, and talking about our outgoing payment here. As I told about triggering how the payment request is there. When refund or claim assigns here, the outgoing payment request to the FS-CD. So when they are initiating here, then the payment program, particularly about the outgoing items of the groups of the payment methods, means how